Hello everybody, welcome to this Wings of Dawn testing. So, as you have seen before, we have two species, the Vulcan, the Icy Crown. The Vulcan is more of a ground-based predator that can fly, so it's kind of awful at flying, but it can still do it. You have male and female. The standard skin, the Mountain Terror skin, Golden Spirit, which is kind of like a Spyro looking skin. It's very nice. You could spin this all around. We have a Morning Star, which kind of reminds me of Drago from Dragonheart, if anyone remembers that. Albino, Melanistic, Skewbald, which kind of reminds me of a cow a little bit right here. And Riptide, Mossy Tide, Glacial Tide, Inked, which reminds me more of a snake right there. Copperfin, very beautiful looking. Silverfin, Goldfin, and the standard. And you have the male, female, which you can see. Males have longer horns and a longer keratinous structure right there, kind of like beak or horn. Females have a shorter one, and the horns curl more down. Neck changes a little bit. We have the Icy Crown. Male has a longer horn and spike arrangement. Females have a sharper looking spike arrangement and a smaller dew flap right there. We have Red Grim Aura, Green Grim Aura, Blue Grim, Lahar, Maul, Spectre, and Standard. Let's go with Lahar. As you can tell, this game is under heavy work in progress at the moment, so everything's gonna look a little weird for everybody. It won't be optimized, but this is technically a tech demo. As you can see, this is the starting area. This little area right here is for food, so I could just grab a bite to eat whenever. Sorry about the Discord sounds in the background. I do not know how to turn that off, but that's okay. So the Icy Crown is a more aerial predator, so I'll be able to explore the map more heavily. As you can see, we have different names, such as scientific name, the common name, current sizes, the diets, genders, age, growth, health, hunger, thirst, and flight. There's also going to be a team system later on in the game's development, of course. You have the menu right here. Of course, again, this is all technically a tech demo. This isn't even in pre-alpha. I'm just testing everything out and the bugs. See what I mean? It certainly won't do that once the game is ready to release. I like the Icy Crown. It reminds me more of like the dragons from Reign of Fire, if anyone remembers that. However, instead of a fire breath, we get an ice breath because we are an ice dragon. So we get little ice balls, or if you hold down the right click, once you're older, of course, then you can shoot all the ice you want. On the bottom right, there's the health, the hunger, the thirst, and you have a stamina system right there, and the breath abilities. We also have calls. We have the one call. If it will play for me, there it is. We have the two call. We have the three call. And we have the four call. And I believe that's it. Let me check. Oh, there's a 5 call as well, which is just a normal call, pretty much. Normal. Like if it were the IL, it would be the F call. We also have different attacks. We have a bite. Sorry, we have a claw. We have a tail whip, which happens when you press C. We have, where's the other ones? The breath attack, obviously, which depends on how you use it. And we have sit, of course. Very cute looking. Alright, we're able to take flight. So, one thing I really like about this game is that even though you can fly, you can't just jump and take off. You have to build up some speed before you get to it. And then, see what I mean? There's going to be bugs, obviously. This is the tech demo again. Uh, However, I will. Come on. Come on, little buddy. I got faith in you. There we go. Whew. Okay, so controls are very easy. You just look around to where you want to go, and you're able to glide. Press W to fly, but that takes stamina away. You press S to slow yourself down, and this also makes for better landings. You press Shift to gain altitude, but you press W to gain altitude faster, of course. And then you look down to start diving, and you press W, and then you look up real quick, and then you're able to keep that speed boost. Of course, you're going to see some stuttering, some lagging, some strange map glitches, but this is technically the test map. This is not the official map. The devs are currently working on the official map. I believe it's a desert map, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can. There we go. As you can tell, needs a little bit of coaxing to do anything. You're able to look around while eating or drinking. That's very cool. There are some swim animations. The icy crown looks like a pigeon stuck in the water. I really like that. So, what is this game about? So, this is The Wings of Dawn, a dragon game, kind of like Dragon Survival. It's closest thing it reminds me to is kind of like The Isle. However, the premise is that you get dragons, you get giant sauropod animals, you get monitor lizard mounts, you get raptors, humans, obviously. You get two factions with humans. You get the normal ones, and then you get the nomads. The nomads are able to tame dragons, and I believe humans can build their own structures, but I don't believe that's being worked on at the moment because they want the game to actually work. As you could tell, very beautiful. While you're flying, hold Alt to look around so you don't just turn into the different things. Flying feels very, very smooth. I quite like it. And the map, even though it is a work in progress, it is quite beautiful. You have different areas like these land bridges over here. You have cave systems. You have little towns for the humans. Which, by the way, I absolutely love the scale in this game. I feel really ginormous as this big dragon. A little more info on the Icy Crown. Even though it can walk, it's not great at it. It's not especially fast on the ground. It is, however, very good at flying. It has a lot of stamina for it. Stamina. Why do I keep messing that up? It has a lot of stam for it. Of course, you have the Volgan, which is definitely more of a ground predator. So the Icy Crown's sort of like an owl, and the Volgan's more like a lion, I guess would probably be an apt comparison. Let me see if I could do that. Attack. Hold it down, buddy. There we go. Right now, it is not fully done. It's more like a blue fire, unfortunately. However, they are working on the looks for that, so soon it'll actually look like a frost breath. The icy crown, it is a not an apex predator, but it is definitely a predator of the skies. It has really shrill calls. It's able to strike fear within its enemies. Um, I believe it's through the shrill calls, of course. You also have the talons and the bite and everything like that. And of course, the Vulcan, which is the ground predator, looks more like a European dragon instead of a wyvern, which I guess this would be. It's a it has a fire breath, of course. You have a fire dragon, ice dragon. You have acid dragons, electric dragons, stuff like that. And it is faster on the ground than it is in the air. It's not great at flying. It can fly, but it's just not good at it in comparison to the ice crown, at least. And it's very ground focused, so it's powerful bites, claws, and tail whips and everything like that. Man, this map is beautiful. Of course, you're going to have AI, such as giant sauropods, raptors, and antelope, and these cute little frog dragon things. They're not actual dragons. They just mimic the look of dragons. They're called Williams. They're little amphibians. I quite like them. They're very cute. But you'll have different AI for taming for the humans or for hunting and different like that, different things like that for the dragons and everything like that. So from what the plans are, I believe they plan to release a Kickstarter type thing, Indiegogo, if I am remembering correctly, in Q2, so around April. They hope to also make different dragons, which, by the way, every dragon in this game will come complete. So you don't have to pay DLC or anything like that. They'll just release the dragon and be like, okay, have fun, stuff like that. And there are also more dragons with different abilities, such as a graboid looking dragon and little seal turtle looking dragons. The little turtle, it doesn't look like a turtle, but it kind of swims like one sometimes. It's very seal like. I quite like it. It's able to climb walls, swim underwater. It's omnivorous or herbivorous? I'm pretty sure it's herbivorous, so it'll eat seaweed and stuff like that. And it's able to escape the larger predators in the ocean. And of course, you have stuff like the Icy Crown and the Vulcan in the skies or on land hunting those animals. Uh, I believe at the moment there are three dragons planned for each element. However, they do plan to do more. And if stretch goals are met, there will be different dragons like the graboid one I mentioned. It's not actually a graboid, it digs underground and it has mandibles, but that's about the closest thing I could compare it to, maybe. And and they also plan, if stretch goals are met, to make the AI playable as well. So you'll have the raptors called Skaith. They kind of have like four arms, the claws, feathers. They look like Dilophosaurus mixed with. Oop, see what I mean? This is a tech demo. This is not a finished product. They will. Oh goodness, come on, buddy, get into the sky. I believe in you. Come on. See what I mean? This is why the people like me are able to test these things. So this can stop happening. Luckily, they are upgrading the servers, so that'll stop happening pretty soon. I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Right, so they also plan on playable AI, kind of like the Shellopods, giant sauropod turtle things, Skaith, the raptors that look like Dilophosaurus and everything like that. There's little sinkholes on the map. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's very beautiful. And ruins. But yeah, they plan on like AI and everything like that to be playable as well. Once stretch goals are met, of course, because you can't just like plop them in there and be like, all right, have fun. You know, you need time, you need people, you need money to do these things. So, obviously, being a dragon game, I'm very excited for this. I hope this succeeds. I hope it isn't like certain other dragon games, which will remain unnamed for contractual reasons. Oh man, that is beautiful right there. But all the dragons will come complete. They model everything by themselves. They do all the sounds and animations, everything like that. So it's going to be a very beautiful game, I think. I'm going to set down because it's a little laggy trying to fly at the night time, which they are going to fix, of course. See what I mean? This is not the finished product, but it is also incredibly fun in the current form, so I already have high hopes right now. So I'll find a nice spot to rest and wait until the moon lowers, and then I'll continue talking, I guess, about the dragons. Come on, little buddy, you got this. Duh, 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 duh. But yeah, of course, um, there will be, I believe, if I remember this correctly, right. So there is a new map they're working on. This is just the test map for everything, basically, so dragons can explore and everything like that. Um, there are plans of buildings and weapons and armor for all the humans. Dragons get different abilities depending on their class. So like not all the ice dragons will have an ice breath per se, but some may have like ice webs, kind of like a web structure, or the fire dragons. Some of them have like exploding punches or flashbang shields or stuff like that. Seems to lagging. It's a little choppy at the moment, but that's okay. But all these different abilities, or like some poison dragons, they'll be able to coat their fur or scales or feathers or whatever you want to call them with the poison, and if attackers bite them, then they'll get a mouthful of acid or something like that. It's a very I'm very excited for this game, as you can tell. I really want it to succeed. Of course, the devs are incredibly nice people. They prefer, they do have a Patreon, but they prefer you guys work on real life stuff first before you officially donate, because they don't want you guys getting in trouble for spending money if you need it for more important stuff. Sorry about that Discord noise. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but that's fine. We're just gonna ignore it. But yeah, we're able to. I want this game to succeed. If you want to test the game right now, they do have a Patreon up, as I mentioned before. $20 for American money at least, and you're able to get a copy of this game. It is, if I remember correctly, since this is the tech demo, it's technically not counting as the actual game itself, because Steam wouldn't let that happen per se. But it is very fun. It's basically just a cool dragon game you can support without feeling like dirt for supporting it. You know what I mean? But of course, there are issues. As you can see, the lag is. I'm on the medium settings right now. I'm not on high. But the lag is quite noticeable. It is a little choppy, unfortunately, but that's okay. Can I? I wonder if the crevice, sorry. I wonder if it connects over there. It does. At least I hope it does. I don't want to splat like a bug. No, it doesn't. That's okay. There is a ravine over there, though. I can relax in. But yeah, humans get like different things. They get weapons, armor, mounts. So you get a cow-like animal named the Black Death. You could get a antelope to hunt, or like skaith, which are the raptors, of course. You're able to tame them and ride them if you get lucky by pinching an egg off of a nest. If you get very lucky, you're able to do that. But of course, they just want the game to work first before any official plans are made, if that makes sense. Like, yes, they do appreciate the money, but also at the same time, like, if you don't want to support it right now, you don't have to. It's up to you guys, you know. They prefer you spend money on real things like groceries or gas or bills before you officially support them. They are also a very nice dev team. Um, I will be putting their Discord and Patreon and everything in the description in case you want to ask questions or donate to help further their cause. Um, Look at that, little ruins. I don't remember that last time I was exploring around the map. Or if I do, I just have a horrible memory. It could be. But yeah, it's a very relaxing game at the moment, just testing everything out. I will have to let them know about the lag around sunset and sunrise. I mean, listen to that. Man, that is beautiful. Come on, buddy. Get a drink. There we go. Currently, my most excited playable is the Graboid one. Gonna be honest with you guys, which is a stretch goal dragon, unfortunately. So hopefully they get enough money for it. Um, Second favorite has to be the Kirin, which is a type of Eastern dragon. It's kind of like a horse. It's like a unicorn dragon, kind of. That's like the closest I can compare it to. But it is a herbivore. It gets electric powers. It won't be able to fly, but it will be able to like channel electricity to protect itself and everything like that. Very cool. I'm very excited for that. And of course, there will be many more dragons, which you guys can check out by joining their Discord. They have the concept art and everything for different playables, different settlements, the AI, everything like that. So they have all that out in the open in case anybody has questions or is curious or just wants to check out the Discord. They also have a YouTube channel, so you're able to check out their streams, their videos, everything like that, where they model things like the antelope, the Williams, everything like that. So you can check out that hard work. You can check that out once you guys have time, if you so desire, of course. Because nobody's really the boss of you except you, you know? I just want people to have fun with this game because I'm pretty excited for it. And devs are working really hard, as you could tell. I mean, this is just a test map, but my goodness, is it wonderful. Is there caverns? Oh, the caverns! I completely forgot about these. So, in some maps, there will be caverns and giant caves and everything like that. There are 2 or 3 caves, if I'm remembering correctly. Maybe 3 on this map. Sinkhole leads to one of them. Oh man, look at that. That is just... wow. Let me see if I can light it a bit, because sometimes yeah, so I'm pretty excited for this game, as you could tell. Very big fan of dragons and dinosaurs and all these different things. So I hope that stretch goals are met when the Kickstarter officially starts. I hope you guys enjoy watching me just explore around, be a dork, everything like that on this map. And hopefully they will have an official trailer out once the Kickstarter is ready to go. And I know they plan on being on pre-alpha, I believe, once that kicks off. And then they'll have a official public test instead of just giving Patreons the keys and being like, all right, just go test some stuff. You know what I mean? Man, this game is beautiful. Oh, it gives me a little bit of Avatar vibes right there. Oh, they also have different animations for each dragon, although not in the game currently. There will be sniffing, there will be nesting, there will be all these different things. I believe the Vulcan and Icy Crown also get midair grabs. If you press the middle mouse button, you're actually able to lock on to people in mid-flight, kind of like I want to say like a combat system, kind of like jets have. But as soon as they go into the trees or get out of sight, then your lock on kind of cancels out. Obviously, it won't be like heat-seeking fire or anything like that, because number one, that's dumb, and number two, heat-seeking fire. Could you imagine that? But number two, it wouldn't really be fair to the smaller playables if everything just had a lock-on system and it immediately screwed you. So, as you could tell, they do have some pros and cons to use that. Number one being you get really tunnel visioned, and number two, you won't be able to see anybody really attacking you from the sides or anything like that. But you do lock onto people in the middle of combat, and it is very cool. Oh, is this the entrance to the other cavern? Hopefully. If not, that's fine. As you can see, these weird little rocks here on my left and right, those are full of ore. They're full of ore, so you can mine them as humans, get different uh, weapons and armor and stuff like that out of all those ores and gems and stuff like that. Dragons don't really have any real use for them, but you will always have those people that try to guard things, and then it's all like, well, there's a ton of other metal in another area, so it doesn't really matter, you know? You see the temple over there, ruins. But yeah, hopefully the sun rises soon, and then we could. And looks like it's still got a bit to go. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna stop the recording here after I land. I hope you all enjoyed my little playthrough over here. This is called The Wings of Dawn. I may have called it Wings of Fire by accident. If I did, just note that is an incredible book series, also about dragons. But The Wings of Dawn is this game's name. And I hope you guys support it. And even if you don't, you guys can just go onto the Discord and check out everything in case you're interested. Or check out their YouTube channel. Links are going to be below in the description. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Alright, see you later.